Hi everyone, my name is Rob. Welcome to my channel. Earlier last week, the Supreme Court of Canada ruled that the Greenhouse Gas Pollution Pricing Act is constitutional in a 6-3 decision. This is a major deal because the court case said that climate change is real and poses an existential threat to humanity. And it is caused by greenhouse gas, and this is a quote, it is caused by greenhouse gas emissions resulting from human activities, and it poses a grave threat to humanity's future. The only way to address it is to address the threat of climate change is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And it also talked about the peace, order, and good government, and how it is determined to be of national concern. So those importance around that, most issues, a lot of issues require provincial consensus to have national standards across all of Canada. The court case also mentioned the Indigenous people are most impacted by climate change. And I'm still going through the court, so I don't have the court case, so I don't have everything. It talked about how the Section 91 and 92 of the Constitution, that natural resources are exclusively under provincial jurisdiction. With climate change, it is an issue where the court said that if one province fails to act, then it's a failed policy for everyone. And Jason Kenney said that the Peace, Order, and Good Government, otherwise known as POG, is a new piece of new. However, it's been in the Constitution this entire time, so it's nothing new. It's just rarely used, this case clearly defines what criteria is used in making something under the Peace, Order, and Good Government. Well, a piece of legislation normally would not be enacted under Section 91 because it falls under the it falls under provincial jurisdiction. But the Peace, Order, and Good Government overrides the provincial jurisdiction under certain circumstances. And then, quote, courts must approach the finding that the federal government has jurisdiction on the basis of natural concern doctrine with great caution. The effect of finding a matter is of one of national concern is permanent and confers executive jurisdiction, exclusive jurisdiction over that matter on Parliament. And then it talked about there needing to be evidence for it to be national concern. There's clearly evidence that climate change is national by the global nature of climate change. And it must be at a scale of an impact on provincial jurisdiction that is reconcilable with the division of powers. It has to go beyond what the province can. It must be an issue that transcends provinces. So if anything is can be done by the provinces alone, then it probably can't be used. And then I said that those evidence, the International Panel on Climate Change, reports from environmental commissioners, increasing intensity of storms, those statistics on that, coral reefs, ice cores from historical records. There must be an inability of the provinces to act. And this has been demonstrated by increasing greenhouse gas emissions across certain provinces, such as Ontario and Alberta. And the reporting is from 2018, and I believe that that's too slow. So we don't know the extent of how bad, especially the governments that have come in after 2018 in terms of climate change. The existence of a treaty obligation is not determinative of federal jurisdiction. So you can't just have a treaty and then use peace, order, and good government. And a provincial failure to deal with the matter must have grave extra provincial consequences. And climate change, like increasing storms, crop failure, forest fires, droughts, rain intensity, that occurs in more than one province, and I believe that that's considered grave. And then a failure to include, and this is a quote, failure to include one province in the scheme would jeopardize its success in the rest of Canada. And then there's especially high impacts in the Canadian Arctic, coastal regions, and on Indigenous people. And then there was some dissent regarding the legislation, the use of POG. But yeah, I thought I would show what I wrote so far on the court case. It's definitely going to change how courts or how legislation is discussed in the future. And yeah, there was three specific requirements on the use of POG, which is interesting. And on another topic, the provincial election in Newfoundland, there was a majority government. And provincial elections in Canada are significant because of the federalism rule, federalism principle. Even though Newfoundland is on one side of the country, it still has an impact because of the need for consensus on areas where the federal government doesn't have jurisdiction unless they implement POG. And I believe that the price on pollution is a good thing. People do get their money back, and if they change their behavior, they get more money back, which is the entire idea. Canada is not on track to meet its Paris Agreement targets. But this is something that's at least in the right direction. Yeah, that is what I have today. I still have reading on the court case, and if I find anything else that's interesting, I'll let you know. And there's also a court case on there's another court case coming up on climate change and the rights of how the government has not tackled climate change. Those people suing the government about that. Anyways, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back with another video.